Hey, y'all, let me know if you're here. I'm actually going to, let me go to the group and see if I'm showing up. Let's see. There we are. Don't want to take up a lot of you guys' lunch break and stuff like that, but I will see if you guys are here, and we're going to do a quick pop-up Q&A for those that are available. If you are not, I can always call it a day and keep it moving. Let's see. Okay, cool. All right. So if you're in the house, let me know that you're here, and we will keep it moving. All right, so if you guys have any questions, let me know, and I will start up the party and kind of get this thing going and answer your graphics questions. I might even jump into Canva for a quick second. Now, this is time sensitive because there is another masterclass coming after me, and I will not squeeze that next person out. I want to give it some air and also give you guys some air to be able to attend that next thing on time. Okay. Hey, Val, how's it going? Hopefully that was pretty cool just now. I didn't want it to be like, I didn't want to leave anybody hanging and make them feel like that's just too much information too quick. How can I do all this stuff? So I wanted to actually give people some buffer on that. And I am here to answer graphics questions. I'm here to, if you have a screen capture of your graphics and you want to throw them in the comments section, I will grab it and do a teleprompter over it. And we just want to figure stuff out, y'all. I want to help you guys out graphics wise. Yes, today is a full day for me, but I didn't realize that the other presentation was a hour away. And I said, hey, why deny more cool stuff happening by not doing anything for an hour? Cool, Gary. Let me see, a lot of info, but it's certainly, yeah, I mean, and like I said, I really want to boil down each person's alley, right? Some people are not going to use all that stuff. Like even for the stinger, right? There's no true transition live that you can do in Ecamm. That's more of a recorded type thing where you splice in the middle, start off with scene A, splice in the middle, and scene B shows up when it goes across. That's not an easy way to do that in Ecamm. There's a complicated way to do it, but I don't really want to go into that. But the stinger is cool, right? The intro. Frankly, I saw an intro yesterday or the day before. Awesome graphics, awesome animations, but it was way too long. Nobody wants to sit through that at the beginning of a recorded video. They're probably not doing your live video. They're there to see content. And so when you get in with these minute long, 2 minute long intros, that's just going to turn people off. So that's why I do short intros, right? And so can you do pop-up animations in Keynote like the pop-up video kind of thing, like the old school pop-up video when the little things would pop up and do different stuff? Yeah, you definitely can. Yeah, the floating text, which is this, this is actually a live Keynote presentation that's on my iPad. This is a live Keynote presentation. I'm swiping my finger left and right across the screen, and all I'm doing is fading between slides. And each slide just has the whole list, and then some of the words are bold. So yeah, that's a Keynote presentation, native Keynote, green background, brought in as a camera overlay. So pop-up animations in Keynote. Do you want it more like pop-up video kind of stuff? I wanted to get your answer on that, Prima. Do you mean the pop-up video type things? Let me just do it. Now, here's what's cool. And that's something that I did not show in my Keynote thing just now. Let's delete all these. We don't need all these. Go to the last one. Turn the animate off. And let me actually pull up. I need to pull you guys up so I know what kind of comments you're still leaving. Can you do pop-up? Okay, and so let me know if I'm out in left field when I do this, okay? So I'm gonna do color fill, no fill. And so let's go to shape. And this one is actually shaped like somebody saying something, right? So I have that, and I'm gonna add the text. Pop up. Because you can do animated stuff with sound like the old pop-up videos. But I don't have any sound here in front of me right now. But you can add sound to stuff. Let me see if anything is built in. But let's go here. I always use a bold font. Impact. Okay, pop-up. Okay, so we do that. We group it. Go to animate, animate, pop. So that's like the, build in, pop. So that's like the old school pop-up video, right? That's what they used to do. They'd pop in like this, then they'd stay on screen and they'd pop out. Like during the music video, you had these little pop-up quotes, right? Like a video of you walking across the bottom of the screen. Oh, okay. So Keynote can't cut holes in actual video. So if it was a video of me walking, now if I walked in front of a green screen, right, I could save that or even just add it to Keynote, bring it in as a camera overlay, and I would be walking in front of myself, right? Now, what you see some people doing, that's a animated GIF, which is still possibly a video with the background cut out, right? Now, what you can do, and what I have done, I don't have them here in front of me. I didn't really want to take a bunch of time, but say for instance, shape, let me see if I got face. Let's do a face. Let's do it this way. So say if you had like a Memoji head or something. So I got Memoji head. Let's turn that off. And so I have, this is a cartoon. So I have me smiling, me frowning, me turning my head left and right, right? So say if I copy this slide, copy, paste, paste, paste. In the second one, I'll move my head a little sideways. So I'll rotate myself a little bit. So you got like this, then it'll rotate. And then you can export that, and you can have like a little dancing face. You can have your mouth move, open and close, stuff like that. So yes, you can have transparent background videos in Ecamm that you made in Keynote, but native videos, actual video content, you can't cut holes in it. You can't extract the background from it with Keynote, if you get what I'm saying. And I'm actually here trying to read your comments to be. Hey, James, good to see you, man. Like video view, yeah, okay. So yeah, so if you had video that had a transparent background, you can bring it in. I got a few minutes late. You may have been referring to my. Yes. You're the one with the, I'm sorry, let me look and see. Yes, Miss Ramona. Yes. Loved your intro. I think you picked it up from a template site or something. I love that intro. I actually gave me an idea to make my own intro in Keynote based on that intro with the falling bricks and all that kind of stuff. I think that'd be kind of cool. Um, yes, but I think that's a cool animation to use with the countdown, right? And so before your video begins, that's an animation that plays with a countdown timer. I think that's awesome. And then the countdown timer hits 0, you're live, right? So that's a cool animation I call that a wait screen versus an intro. And I do animations for that all the time. Yes, so definitely Miss Ramona. Yeah, I love that intro. It's just too long, and most people are not going to wait through that. But it would definitely work for a countdown timer animation, and I would love it for that because it's like a little pre-movie. Like, hey, we're about to get started, and you got this real cool animation. So if your live is going to start at 9, that would be over at 9, right? So you start that at like 8:57 or 8:56 to give people a warm-up time to get into your video. So yeah, definitely. I would definitely do it that way. And speaking of which, like I said, I was kind of I just liked that animation. I remember one piece of the animation. Am I on a shared screen? Yeah. One piece of that animation was like sticks falling, right? And they were kind of jagged looking sticks, and I won't go through all that part of it, which I could kind of make these kind of jagged sticks. But it was like a bunch of kind of like just sticks and stuff falling, right? I was like, that's cool, that's cool. And so even with that, let me show you guys Magic Move, because I think a lot of people don't realize the power of Magic Move for animation. So copy, just gonna copy that a bunch of times and paste it. Now here's a kicker with Magic Move that I think a lot of people don't realize. Like I just copied and pasted a bunch of my sticks just now because I want to do like that stick falling animation that is part of Miss Ramona's thing. You have to make sure all of your elements have different names for Magic Move to work. Because if any of them have the same name, Magic Move will think they're the same item, and it'll kind of bug out Magic Move because it won't know what to do. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just spread around all the sticks. Okay, so that's kind of like the end of all the sticks falling. Now you would make the sticks different sizes, do other cool stuff with them. So that's the sticks, copy, paste. So that's the end of where I want the sticks to be as you see layer 1 and layer 2. I'm gonna go back to layer 1 and I'm gonna move all the sticks off the top of the screen. So as far as Keynote is concerned, I'm moving the same objects. Now here's what's cool, and here's a little trick even with Magic Move. I'm moving some of the sticks to different places and at different heights because that's going to make them fall at different speeds to the bottom of the screen. So I'm going to go to the first slide, which is a copy of the second slide, and I'm going to go to Animate, and I'm just going to pick Magic Move. And all it does is whatever was on the first slide, it's going to make up its own animations to get where it was placed on the second slide. That's all Magic Move is. So let's preview that again. So that's all it did. So there's different ways to use Magic Move and still do, I have no idea what NTS means. So let me know what NTS means. I don't know what that acronym means. But that's just one of the things you can do with Magic Move. I can go back and to this top area here and make some of these different colors. And now watch magic move again. And they'll change colors and move, right? So that's all the stuff how, oh, note to self. Yeah, that's all the different ways that magic move can help you. So you can even use that. Could you lock in some text? Yes, you can. Now, but this is how you have to do it. The way magic move works, the slides are basically a duplication and a move. So what you want to do is like for this one right here. So I want to add text to that slide. Just going to put the word text in it. So I'm going to select both of those and group them. I'll add some text to this slide. But like as I said before, right, you got to make sure that every object has its own name, because you don't want to confuse magic move by having two things with the same name. It'll kind of weird itself out. Now that makes that first slide obsolete now, because I've changed stuff in the master slide. So let me go back to the first slide. I'm going to delete the first slide now. I need to make another copy of this slide. And now this is what I want it to be, but it's an exact copy that I'm using, right? So now in the first slide, I'll move all this stuff out of the way, but I'll just show you that one slide, how it'll work. Magic move. So as you see, the word text is stuck to the box, right? Preview. See how the word text is stuck to the box? So it does work. So I can go ahead and move all the other ones. And as you saw, moving them to different heights makes them fall at different speeds, because the magic move has a set time. I'll even put one over there. Put one down here, make it move from the bottom. Because the magic move has a set time to happen. So if I go back here, see the magic move is going to take 10 seconds. So if some stuff is further away, it has to move faster to get to that spot in 2 seconds, right? So you kind of manipulate those things and you watch them play out. See how some of the stuff moves faster and all that? Because it has to be done in 2 seconds. Can you fill the sticks with fragments of photos? Yes. And get the full photo at the end. Yes, you can. What I would do, yeah, it's not easy, but it can be done. So since you're asking, let's figure it out. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, you can do it in a few ways. What I would do, let's just say one way to do it. Okay, so I'm gonna bring in a picture. I'll just bring in my I'll bring in my secret weapon graphic. Let's do that, just because I have it here in front of me. But what is this? What is that thing? I want to use a decent graphic, not just some stuff. Come on, graphic. Okay, I'll just use this because that's what I got. Okay. Okay, so let's do this. I got a graphic of an outdoor game. Okay, so we have this graphic of an outdoor game. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it 4 pieces. And so I'm going to copy it 4 times. Copy, paste, paste, paste. And line them all up. Well, let's do this. All right, lock that one. Get the next one. I hate that. Okay, let's do it this way. Because I'm lining stuff up wrong and it just makes it difficult. Okay, so center, center, and we're just going to break this into 4 pieces. Okay. All right, so click on it, and that brings up the cropping screen, right? So I'm gonna click on crop. I think that's the crop one. Nope, that's not crop, that's scale. That's crop. So I'm gonna do the crop one, and I'm gonna roughly do it half and half, right? So that's the first one. I'll take the second one, crop it, and crop it. Oh, that's the wrong one. I want to do this one. All right. Crop and make it this size. Okay, then you just go around and do all 4 pieces that way, right? So do this one, double click. That's crop mode. And that's some of the tediousness of it, right? Then the last one, double click that one, and I crop it. Okay, so now you can do it this way, or you can feel like a bunch of different shapes that fit together like a puzzle with different pieces of the thing, right? So now I have it in different pieces. I'm gonna copy that slide, paste it, and I'm just gonna move the pieces off the screen. And I'll even rotate one of the pieces. Let's go to format, arrange. I'll rotate this piece like that. I'll rotate this piece like that. Okay, so now I go to Magic Move, go to the slide, click the slide, nothing but the slide, animate, add an effect, Magic Move, and all the pieces come back together, right? So that's a way to do it. So let me show you that again. So all I did is I took the image, cropped it into pieces so it looked like a puzzle, and then Magic moved it. So that can also be done with physical shapes. So let's go back to knock that out, and we're gonna go back to make it the whole image. Okay, so what I'm gonna do now is let's go to shapes. We're gonna pick, you can pick any shape you want to. And all we're gonna do now is fill these shapes with that same graphic. Right? And I hear your buzzing coming through. Yeah, okay, cool. So now, all we're gonna do now is actually fill these shapes with the same image and make a puzzle. And I just made them different colors so I can see them. So B, F, E, I, whatever, okay. So now all I gotta do is fill these shapes with an image. Image fill, right? And so I can choose it, I can drag that same image. I'll drag it into there, right? But what I'm gonna do is don't scale to fill, original size, right? So I can double click that now. Should be able to double click that. Oh, there we go, scale. So now I can scale the image up. I should be able to move that image. Maybe it's under advanced fill. Nope, that ain't it. I should be able to move that image. I'm not sure why I can't move the image. But I want to be able to move the image inside the shape. I need to figure that part out, why it won't let me move the image. So maybe you can't use pieces because it's going to place it in the piece like it wants to be placed. Let me do this. No, because I can't crop it because it's already cropped to the shape. But I can do this though. You can fill all 4 of these images. No, that wouldn't do it either. Yeah, you can fill all 4 of these with the full image and then make these the size that you want them to be, right? And get the yeah, there's a masking feature, but it's not going to work like we would imagine it to. So say for instance like this, right? So say it's really no different than this thing, because what I would do is mask doesn't really, if I brought the image in, I can mask it, but the shapes, so say I can fill any of these shapes with an image. And so, but if I fit the shapes together, each image is going to have that full shape in it. Let me play with that some, because it just feels like I should be able to move the image inside the shape as long as the image is bigger than the shape. That's what I would think I should be able to do, but it's not letting me do that. And I know it's not the crop feature that makes that happen, but I have to look at that. So, but you can obviously bring the image in, bring in multiple copies of the image, and yeah. So so earlier I didn't fill the image. I just drug the picture in to the picture's not going to auto fill an image. You have to fill the image with something. But the picture itself, this is just a picture, right? And this is what I did earlier. I used the picture and then use the crop feature and then fit it together like a puzzle, right? So that, yeah, I use that, yeah, with it, yeah. And so, yeah, so that's what I would do. I'd bring in the picture and then chop it up into pieces and then fit it together. So if you wanted to have 8 pieces, copy the same image 8 times, and then just crop the pieces where they fit together like your puzzle. And then when you bring those off the screen, they'd all fly together and fit back again. So that's definitely a way you can do it. No, you can't drag. You cannot drag images into a shape. That's not how that works. Shapes have to be filled. There's no drag and drop fill of a shape. And then when you pick image fill, you can have original size. What about, no, not scale to fit. Scale, yeah, original size is what I want. So it's just, yeah. Do the shape, then drag pick into the shape. Yeah, I hadn't, yeah, that could work. But I just don't know about that working. So here's the shape. I'll just make a color so you can see it. And I'll drag the picture into it off my computer. Dun, dun, dun. They are correct. Well, appreciate that, Mad Gar. Okay. So you don't use the fill. So is the shape. Oh. So it uses the shape as a mask. Okay. Bradley teaches has been taught. I am digging that. Okay. So it uses the shape as a mask. So here's the shape. Grab it from your desktop and drag it in. There it is. It uses the shape as a mask. And now I can move the shape around and actually build it out of odd shaped pieces. Who would have thunk it? There we go. There you go. Love it. Love it. See, that's how we workshop. That's how we get in the lab, as I call it. Love that. All right, y'all. I am going to give the other masterclass some air between me and it, because I need you guys to be able to go do what you want to do and come back. So I'm checking here for any last questions. How did that work? Oh, so I just got this tip from Mad Gar. Appreciate you, Mad Gar. Oh, okay. How did that? Okay. Cool. Okay. So I'm not sure if somebody's asking somebody else how did that work, but I'm gonna show you again real quick. All right. So essentially, you can use any of these shapes, right? So you can build your puzzle out of these shapes. I'm gonna go ahead and grab a shirt. So any shape that you have, I just fill it with the color so I can see it. Any shape you have, you put it on the screen, and now you have to go to your desktop, and I'll do this. Let me go to, I'm gonna go to, I'm not sure if this is gonna make some weird moire pattern, but stick with me. Live demo mode. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, so all I'm doing here, this is a folder I have here full of screen captures. I'm gonna click my folder of screen captures and drag it over on top of that image, and it just fills the image as if fills the shape as if the shape was a mask. And so now I can move the image around that shape as it was a mask. So now what's really cool, so say if I just have a bundle, right? Some just weird clump of shirts. And I move each set to where they match. It'll take a little work. Takes a little bit of work, right? But I move each set to where the picture matches, right? And now it's just a clump of t-shirts that come and form that one picture. That's cool. What do you use Ecamm for when you create graphics? Not sure what you're asking. I use Ecamm to place the graphics. Since I'm still in live demo mode, I'll place the graphics here in my scenes to then add to my show. That's how I use the graphics in Ecamm. Question, that works automatically? I'm not sure what you're asking, what works automatically. Magic Move works automatically. Yes, it does. But there's a technique to it. And let me go out of demo mode and go back to full screen this. The way that Magic Move works is you have to have 2 copies. Yeah, the mask works automatically. Build the shape first. You can make a shape, pull a shape out of the shapes palette, and drag and drop an image, texture, whatever else, into that shape. I wonder if, man, y'all are making me think now. Let me wonder about this. If I can put a video in a shape by dragging and dropping. I doubt you can, but my mind will be blown if I could. Let's see. Stinger. No, it won't drag and drop it in there. No. So it won't drag and drop videos, or maybe because it's already filled with something. Let's just see. If it could drag and drop videos into shapes, man. No, it's not gonna put it in there. Okay. So any shape that you want, have the shape, grab the image from your desktop. You cannot use shape fill. So you don't want to go to shape and fill. Don't do that. Just have the shape clicked, find an image on your desktop, drag and drop it into the shape. You see how I kind of glowed when I did that? Release it, and it's now masked in the shape. Awesome. Yeah. Y'all, So I'm going to jump back on again tomorrow, pop-up style. And if you guys have any questions, any graphics you're working on, you started doing this kind of stuff with Magic Move and it's kind of bugging out on you. You start doing stuff that was in the masterclass, couldn't quite get it. You already have graphics that you want me to take a look at. I'm game for that, y'all. So jump in the group tomorrow because I have a really full day today. So once I leave today, that's kind of it for me as far as jumping in the group. But I will be back tomorrow because I'm just excited about working with you guys, doing stuff with you guys. Let me see, looking at your comments. Thank y'all. Thank y'all so much. It's always good to hang out with the fam. I just want to help people create, y'all. That's what I want to do. So, yes, look for me tomorrow. I'm going to come live just sporadically because I don't know when other stuff is going on officially. And let's have a good time tomorrow, y'all. Bring your graphics, bring your questions. Let's do some cool stuff tomorrow. Go to the next session. I need to leave. Y'all keep making me stay. I need to leave so I can be respectful of the next session that's coming up. Enjoy that next session, y'all. Be good to yourselves. Be good to one another. See y'all tomorrow. Bye-bye.